And this is exactly what they told me. They go, the group, they go, this thing hates you because you have divinity from God. These things fell from earth before man, and God has favor for you above them, so they hate you. And their whole goal is to infect you, drive you crazy, and make you lose that divinity, make you forget that God's special and you're special, right? So again, that's what you're dealing with here. Don't touch the wood, don't provoke it, don't do anything. Just stand next to it and be respectful. Talk about Annabelle. I know for those who know, Annabelle is a doll. All right, the doll made in the Conjuring movies. It was made infamous by Ed and Lorraine Warren, and it was a Raggedy Ann doll originally. But again, it's supposedly possessed by a non-human demon, and they made some movies out of it. The Conjuring 1 and 2 and 3. There's a Conjuring universe, and the doll in the movie does not, in any way, shape, or form, resemble the one in real life, and it's a Raggedy Ann doll. So that doll, I think, has had a huge cultural impact on us over the past 20 years. There's like this aura about it, and for whatever reason, they decided to take Annabelle on tour throughout the states to haunted locations. So it isn't going like to a Comic-Con. It's going to haunted locations, and I've seen tons of TikToks and I've seen tons of YouTube shorts how there's a lot of people that are vested in the horror community, in the paranormal community, and they say that how dangerous that is. And I said, fuck it. I would love to go see Annabelle. So that's what I did this past weekend. I went and saw Annabelle, the real life doll. So, yep, here is me and Annabelle next to each other. And you know what? Let me kind of explain how this whole thing happened. Okay. So more or less the exhibit took place here in San Antonio at the Victoria Black Swan Inn. And it's an older home built like a couple hundred years ago. Here in San Antonio, there's a battle between, Texas and Mexico. There's apparently a lot of bodies buried on this ground. So the building and the land and the water next to it is all haunted. And as a matter of fact, my wife, we love paranormal stuff. We watch Ghost Adventures. We laugh at it. And we went to a Valentine's Day event to that same mansion last year. And that's where I kind of had my first paranormal experience, where I heard the piano playing by itself. Not just me, but a bunch of other people were alone in a room. So that kind of freaked us out. But yes, the tour was taking place there. And a lot of people in the paranormal community said you shouldn't do that. Bring something that demonic into a haunted location because the energies, etc. I'm not an expert. So I didn't care because it's a doll. So I took my kids. Asked my kids, hey, you want to go check this out? And they said, sure. So we went and saw this. And just to give you an idea, there was over, about 1,000 people there. And we got there just in time because they were handing out these little red tickets to ensure you got a ticket. But there were so many people there, they had to push people away. That's how many people wanted to come see Annabelle. And there were people in front of me and back of me. I heard them talking. They drove down from Oklahoma. They drove down from Austin, Dallas. Some people came from Mexico to come see Annabelle. So that's insane, right? So people came from all over the place to go see Annabelle. The tickets weren't cheap. It was like $100 a person, but why not? This is a once in a lifetime type of thing. So we bought the tickets, and it's a hot day, and they're doing it in slots. In other words, you just can't go see her. You have to wait for your slotted time. And this was about 3 p.m., hot day in Texas. And I'm over here getting sunstroke, and we got the slot for 8:50. So we're like, fuck, now we got to come back home, because I'm not going to wait out in the hot sun for 5 hours. So I took the kids, we came back home, we took a nap, and we went back. And when you're in line to go see her, they tell you, okay, you can't touch this thing. Okay, you have to take this seriously. If any of you do anything disrespectful or do anything, we will escort you out. And the guide who was telling us these things, he kind of jokingly said, like, I'll beat you up and take you out. Don't yell at it. Don't insult it. We have strict rules, and we want you to take this seriously. Just, the kind of just hyping things up before you walk in. So there's like this aura about the room, right? So you walk in, and there's some people there, and there's Annabelle right in the corner. And they had a few other artifacts from the museum, because it was like 5 or 6 artifacts from the Warren Museum that were cursed, and they told you not to touch or do anything. So, right, we go, they start telling us a little bit about Annabelle, and they go, okay, for those who are interested to know this, Annabelle is not possessed. This is like a priest telling us this. Annabelle's not possessed by a demon. It's like if I grabbed a pen This is the way he described it. If I got a pen and started writing on paper, the pen isn't possessed. I'm in possession of it. I'm linked to it. So that's what's going on with Annabelle. There's this elemental, non-human D word. I don't even want to say the word, but there's a non-elemental D word there attached to it. And he hates you. This thing hates you. And this is exactly what they told me. They go, the group, they go, this thing hates you because you have divinity from God. These things fell from earth before man, and God has favor for you above them, so they hate you. And their whole goal is to infect you, drive you crazy, and make you lose that divinity, make you forget that God's special and you're special, right? So again, that's what you're dealing with here. Don't touch the wood. Don't provoke it. Don't do anything. Just stand next to it and be respectful. And we're like, as you can imagine, it's like, okay, I get it. I get it. So we go, there's a bunch of people taking photos. There's people taking some selfies. I took a selfie and I took that photo. Me and my daughter did there. And again, I'm Hispanic. So Ty, oh, dude, hold up. Dude, I'm Hispanic, dude. We believe in that shit. We don't fuck around. We don't fuck around with that. So I believe in it. That's why I went in respectful. Like, I'm not going to insult the thing or say like Zach Baggins, do something. You know, I'm not going to do anything stupid that way. But it's insane, dude. So you go and there's people that chickened out. They didn't want to take a photo. They're like, no, I don't want, no, I'm done. Because after that speech they gave us, they said, no, don't do it. And I'm like, fine, I'll do it. And you know what? I wasn't scared. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel goosebumps. I didn't feel nothing at all. At no point was I scared. And you know what? I may not come off as the most religious guy, and I don't talk about religion a lot. I may come off that I don't believe, but I do. I went to Catholic school. I believe in God. I just don't like church right now. I don't like people, and I prefer just being alone and worshiping God. So I believe in God. So I think I went in. I know that God's on my side. I'm not scared of it. I'm going to respect it. I know it's there. I believe in it, but I'm not going to attempt it or do anything. I'm just going to stand right here. But at no point was I worried. At no point was I scared. I didn't come home. I didn't have like bad dreams. Nothing's happened since. Nothing is going to happen. But nothing happened. Nothing happened whatsoever. And of course, there's people there who said they felt something. Like, oh my God, I feel a little dizzy. What's going on here? But that's it. And you know, it's funny how it looks so different in real life compared to this in the movies. They had that doll there. So, but again, it was a great experience. I had a great time, and nothing happened. Nothing happened whatsoever. Now, I know it went to, I think, Louisiana, and I think there was some traffic on the internet where it went to Louisiana, but after she left, some plantation thing burnt down, and people broke out of prison, and they were trying to associate that with Annabelle, and you're kind of reaching there, in my opinion, right? But nothing's happened in San Antonio. I don't think anything will. But again, yeah, there's my experience with Annabelle. It was pretty cool. And again, it's one of those things, like whether you believe it or not, you have to admit that that doll has kind of connected to us culturally, whether in movies, the paranormal. You say the name and now it's a household name. So again, I don't know if they're going to do this tour again, but for the fact that it was here and I couldn't say no. I had to go do it. And like I said, I wasn't scared of anything. I had a great time. And yeah, that's my story with Annabelle.